So Valentine's Day makeup vlog or not? Too bad, we're doing it anyways. Hello. So today I'm going to hang out with you and do some makeup. There's a couple of things this makeup is going to be based off of. One, I just really wanted to do something that would match these nails. These are the new Kiss nails. They have little sculpted bears on them. There's a bear. I just really felt like finally taking care of my hands and putting nails on. And then of course there's this outfit too. So I'm gonna have on this ruffle collar that my friend got for me. It's got Kuromi on it because I am the Kuromi to their My Melody. And then I also have this top that they gave me, which is giving me a surprising amount of gender euphoria because it's like really hiding how tiny my waist is compared to my hips. And I don't know, I just feel like it's a nice shape with my trans tape on. And then I also actually have these really huge Kuromi style ears that I'm going to take some pictures with too. I'll show you. They're big and beautiful but not very practical to wear, so I will take some photos both with these ears and those two. Don't worry, I'm turning off my AC, but it's going to take a second too. So I'm mostly going to be using 3 different palettes for this. I'll definitely be using a lot of the Violet palette by Juvia's. Possibly a little bit of the Wet n Wild Kuromi palette. Maybe, maybe not. And then maybe just a little bit of this Heartbreakers palette for My Heart Revolution because it's Valentine's Day. I'm single. Let's go. Fuck everyone. That's my opinion. This is gonna keep blinging, so I'll go ahead and take it off while I'm doing my makeup. I'm going to talk about some stuff, including stuff about like transition related stuff, some things that I've gone through in early transition. I'm going to talk a little bit about like diet and exercise, but nothing like really detailed or anything. But if you don't want to hear about those kinds of things, this is not the makeup vlog for you. And that's okay. Another product I'm really excited to try is this ColourPop Super Shock Shadow. This is specifically Dream Much. I've been eyeballing it at work for ages. So step 1, I'm just gonna lay down my NYX Jumbo Pencil in Milk, just a white cream pencil to make sure that my eyeshadows go on really bright. I have just a little bit of blue eyeliner on one eye because I drew a blue heart around my face because I was sad because everyone else did like cute makeup looks. Not everyone else, a few people did. I was literally the first one in the store this morning, so no one blamed me for not having, you know, cute Valentine's Day makeup, but I was like, I literally like forgot that it was today. I was planning on getting up no matter how tired I was and doing something cute. But I've been like working a ton and super tired, working out really hard, like weightlifting and stuff 5 days a week while also working 5 days a week is it's a lot, and I'm still adjusting to it. So, and I mostly work early, so lately I have just like, when I show up to work, I'm in my cargo pants because that's the easiest thing for me to wear with my hip dysphoria right now. I'm wearing like a men's dress shirt, and if I have any makeup on, I'm playing the game and doing what I'm supposed to do, and it's just like masculine makeup. Maybe I have some like fucking smudgy eyeshadow or whatever the fuck, but I've really been sticking to the more grungy androgynous makeup instead of anything really creative. And there's a few different reasons for that. A lot of it just comes down to I'm exhausted, and at least I still look put together with that like more masculine makeup look. But it still sucks. And I just felt so grungy, and like today I didn't even get to like shave my eyebrows before I went to work, and I was like, dude, I look like crap. Not in like a hateful way, but I just like didn't have a chance to take care of myself at all. So I'm gonna start off with the eyeshadow I kind of always start off with when I'm doing a lavender eye look, which is this one from Juvia's. So I've been feeling very disconnected from like my makeup artistry and the more feminine side of my expression, the more like costumey, glam, not trying to say anything about my gender, I'm just dressing up how I want to kind of thing. I was just posting on Facebook today about like how I can't wait to be like 2 years on testosterone and wearing big, huge fake nails. I want to go ahead and just see what that super shock shadow looks like, just packed directly over this. I want to do something really shiny, really glittery, glistening, just fun. Just want to do something really fun, not too difficult. Wrong palette. Where did I set it? Okay, there it is. But anyways, I have been going through some stuff when it comes to these things. The main thing being my state is coming for trans healthcare hard. They tried to introduce multiple bills that make you have to have a minimum age, which I know I don't look it, but I am gonna be 27 this year. So those bills, even though they would be devastating for my community and I'm still upset about them, would not directly affect me. But there's another bill that's been proposed to choke off all state funding to any provider that provides trans-related healthcare. And that's the one that's scaring me. Now, I have my 3-month appointment, a checkup next week, and I'm gonna talk to them about it. I'm gonna be like, what is your plan? Because I vaguely know a little bit about how they're funded, and they might be actually okay if that happens. They might still be able to stay in business. I'm not sure, and I'm trying to stay calm just talking about it, because the thought of having the care that I just finally had the guts to ask for, that I just finally gave a shit about myself enough to ask for, ripped away from me because of politicians, it makes me tremble with rage and fear and stress. I'm gonna go into this shiny lavender color. So it's been tough ever since I heard about that possible bill specifically. They all make me very angry. But I mean, at least these lawmakers have finally fessed up and started to be honest and say that it's not about the kids, and it never was about the kids. That was just a way for them to get their foot in the door. My governor has said to pass all legislation specifically to do with kids' trans healthcare to his desk. So I'm selfishly hoping, while also acknowledging all the damage this is going to do for the people who aren't my age, that he's at least smart enough to not restrict adult people's care. And, you know, I know, like, quite a few trans men in my state who are just whole ass men. They're whole ass men who have been transitioned for a long time. And, like, the thought, like, what are they supposed to do? Like, it doesn't make any sense at all. But I don't think they care that they're completely nonsensical and idiots and don't know what they're talking about. Even when it comes to trans kids, they have no idea what they're talking about. I'm not going to talk about the Wizard game. I actually got pressured by people in my real life to talk about the Wizard game drama and transphobia and stuff. No, I'm not. No. Go watch Cat Black's videos if you want to learn things from a trans perspective. I'm not going to talk about it. Hey, so there's that. And then I finally gave myself space to really kind of comprehend 2 big events that happened to me very early on in transition. I'm gonna start adding some of these darker purples. I've done very similar makeup looks on here before. This is really just about chatting. So, literally only, I think a week and a half into accepting that I was transitioning, that things were going to change, and I started wearing my mustache every single day just to kind of signify both to myself and the public that I do work with the public, that, like, things are changing. Get your brain ready for it. You have been warned. Christmas Day. I made a post, and I did not post it on Christmas, but this happened on Christmas, where it was a pet play, like, promo shoot for my website, so it's, like, risque and it's adult, and, I used to always post those on public so that my friends could share them if they liked it, and possibly I could get traction to my website. And this was kind of a very, like, self-aware sort of shoot where I made a joke about furries, and it was a very RAR XD thing. I was wearing my black and blue swoopy wig, so it was a very, like, scene kid vibe, and it was, like, purposefully, like, jokingly cringe. And I had a pretty good response to it. I felt amazing about my body in those photos because I felt like it was the first time I ever looked kind of buff, despite the fact I was wearing, like, a slingshot bikini. And I was feeling it. I was feeling myself. But a couple days, you know, after I'd posted it, someone shared it to the wrong side of the internet. And despite me having posted consistently for a really long time, I don't have much of a following anywhere. And I have been losing a large majority of my following on all platforms since I've started expressing more masculinity. Unsurprisingly, because femininity is more entertaining. And it sells, and people are more likely to be sexually attracted to it, and therefore it will hold their attention longer. That's just how humans are. It's a commodity. And I used it as such, so, you know, the fact that that's changing, unsurprisingly, the people who follow me are gonna change. But, yeah, wrong side of the internet was alerted to me just, like, you know, that was a post for my friends and my friends of friends who might be interested in my kind of content. It was not for the general public. And on Christmas Day, a flood of grown-ass men who apparently didn't have family to hang out with, or even, you know, a self-care day if they don't have a good relationship with their family or whatever, just take care of yourself, do your own thing, you don't have to celebrate Christmas. No, instead of doing anything positive, they flooded my account, laugh reacting every single photo that I had taken with my mustache, specifically. None of my other photos were laugh reacted. People were pointing out my self-harm scars, saying that I'm clearly just so mentally unstable, even though, listen, you know when these happened? 2014. Maybe 2015. Yeah, I was mentally unstable as fuck then, but I've done a lot of work since then. And it's really annoying to be treated like like not just a mentally ill person, but like a joke for something that I never asked to struggle with. I fully believe that had I been born into a different family, I would be an addict. Like probably a drug addict because of my mental health issues, and if I had gone through the same kinds of things I had gone through and had access to those things, I probably would have struggled with it, but I didn't. So I developed issues surrounding food and self-harm because that, you know, my body was more accessible than like substances. So anyways, it was just really terrible, and I remember like while I was going through it, I was thinking, I'm not processing this at all because I can't. I've literally only been the new me, even though like nothing happens like that, but in a way I'd really only been the new me for like a freaking week, and I had to delete my Facebook because it was giving me really severe anxiety, because there was a point in time, eventually it did start to slow down, but I still was like, I'm done. I've had this Facebook account since I was 14, but I don't care. I'm gonna lose so many memories, access to so many things, because I don't have time to back all this up. I have to get out now, because there was a point in time where I couldn't keep up with blocking them fast enough. And y'all better hope some weird crap doesn't happen on YouTube, because I'm not afraid to bounce out. Like, there's a threshold of crap I'm willing to take. And the older I get, the lower it is, because I respect myself more and more. But, anyways. all of that being said, that was the first really intense sort of like, welcome to be a trans person thing. And then the next was actually my first appointment. I actually had a really bad experience at my first appointment for hormones, more shiny stuff. It's got to be shinier. The nurse, why does it always come down to my self-harm scars? Why do they continue to like ruin my life? Not even once. Don't do it. Not even once. But, the nurse was talking up a storm with me. She's real chatty. You know, her husband is a trans man, actually. And, it's great because, you know, he's had his journey and now I'm gonna have mine. And blah, blah, blah. Anyways, we're going to take my blood to see, you know, where my hormones are at and where my general physical health is. You know, they check all those markers and stuff to make sure you're good to go. And I'm going to do blush while I talk about this to make myself feel better. This is the ColourPop Lilac Collection blush. So, Miss Ma'am is like, you know, I'm rolling up my sleeves to get my blood taken. I'm not nervous at all because I like needles, actually. I'm excited. This is a good part of the appointment for me. But she sees my arm because I pull up both sides. And I think I even pointed out my left arm because I have a really good vein on that arm. Unfortunately, like, nurses are always terrified, even though it's all just scarring. I'm prone to keloid and hypertrophic scarring. They're old as fuck. But it looks dramatic, so a lot of times nurses are like, I'm not touching that. But there's a really good vein on that side, much better than the other one. And so I was like, you know, you can totally go on this side if you want. Like, there's a really good vein here. And she gasped dramatically when she saw my left arm and said, "Girl!" Oh. She's married to a trans man. And she did that to me. When I was sitting there feeling terrified and vulnerable because I was finally reaching out and asking for what I needed when for so long I didn't feel like I was worth it. I'm going to use the same shimmery white eyeshadow as a highlighter. That was not my favorite experience. And having a nurse at a trans-specific clinic, this wasn't Planned Parenthood. Their sole purpose, for the most part, they do other things too, that are also equally important, honestly. But like, their big selling point is that they provide trans care. And she said that to me. And in any other context, listen, I try to have patience. I have less now, especially when I have a mustache on. I'm like, do you think I sat here with a mascara wand trying to not look like I ate a bunch of Oreos for 10 minutes for shits and giggles? I have a lot less patience with that, but I try to. I get it. Not in that situation. Not in that delicate situation where I already felt like I was super vulnerable. Scared. So yeah, having that was my first appointment. Yep. And I'm only just now processing those things because I was so stressed at the time. There was just so much happening, and then I was going through hormonal changes and stuff, which I still am, that I was just like, I will process this when I can, and now I'm trying to, and basically all I have to say about it is, it sucks. And that I expected hardships to come from seeking out medical transition, but I kind of didn't expect, you know, Christmas Day to be like cyberbullied off of my Facebook account. Merry Christmas. I'm gonna check my blending and I'll be back. Okay, eyeliner time. I have not done my like feminine eyeliner in a second, so let's see how this goes. Let's talk about more fun things. Fitness stuff. So I've been working really hard on building muscle. It is, sure, yeah. I like what's happening here though. There we go. Forearms looking good. My shoulders won't do anything. My triceps are insane. My shoulders won't fucking do anything yet. But I do think testosterone is just starting to help me with that just now. So yeah, I've been doing that and also really working on eating enough protein, and that motivation kind of led to me giving up the last bit of sort of like food rules I had for myself, which were morally based, you know. I just, you know, basically what I'm saying is I eat meat again now. And that was kind of the last main thing that I was like, no, I don't eat that. And I do hope that I can still find a way to successfully meet my protein goals as a vegetarian, but there's a lot of factors. My job, mostly, and the fact that I fucking hate cooking and meal prep. That's really what it boils down to. So I just really couldn't figure out how to meet my protein goals without doing it, and it's really important because I really like pushing myself hard when it comes to lifting weights. The more I'm getting comfortable with them and stuff, I freaking go for it. And you really need to eat enough protein to heal that, especially because I'm doing it 5 days a week. You know, I'm doing a push-pull split, but I'm doing that 5 days a week and working 5 days a week. Like, you need to take care of your muscles nutrition-wise too. So yeah, I just recently implemented an actual push-pull leg split. I've found the workout routines that I like doing for that, so I can kind of stick with them, and it's easier to track your progressive overload if you're doing kind of similar things. I like to switch things up sometimes, just, you know, keep things fresh, but it is important to mostly make sure you're doing some things consistently so you can actually see if you're getting stronger or not, which I am slowly. I think I'm moving past a plateau again because I specifically bought heavier weights. I'm doing like at-home dumbbell stuff right now because gyms. Gym? Go gym? No. I have some money stuff I need to take care of before I would even really want to spend money on a membership anyways. But yeah, I let go of my last food restriction, and it's been going fine. I've been off and on vegan and vegetarian literally for my entire life. I'm just tired of being miserable to eat with. I'm tired of saying no to food all the time for either eating disorder reasons or dietary restrictions. Like, I'm really lucky that I'm someone who has a good digestive system that can easily digest most things. Like, why not take advantage of that, dummy? I did just kind of need to, like, you know, release it unto the world that, like, there's been some bullshit. That is sure. Oh, and I have definitely had issues at work. I work with the public. For the most part, when I have my mustache on and I'm literally dressed as masculine as possible, people are like, ah, yes, you are a woman with a very visible mustache. Because my voice isn't dropped enough yet. And I automatically, out of nervousness, my voice pitches up when I talk to customers. And I've tried to drop it down as much as I can and to speak as casually as possible, but the moment I get happy or excited about something, my voice pitches up. And that's like one of the saddest things. It's like, I get dysphoric about being happy because my voice pitches up. Anyways, it's mostly that voice change I want so bad. And if you can't tell, fucking like nothing is happening with it. And that's really what I want. I just feel like being shiny today. It's because those nails are shiny. But I'm really grateful that I decided to do what I've done with my diet. And I'm really grateful that I decided to start working out, not only because I've seen great results from it, but because it motivates me to eat enough. Because if I don't eat enough, I would not have the energy to work out as hard as I am. And what's crazy is I've bumped up my intake even more because I had to meet my protein goals. And I've had the energy, like I'm tired when I get to work because I work early, But I like came home from work last night and started writing a short story. Like I had the mental and physical energy to do that. I have had ramen juice on my chin this whole time. Annie Chune's ramen. I know it's bougie, but I love it. I just feel a little bit lost in the sauce right now, you know? Lost in my journey of like, it's so early on, I'm nowhere near where I want to be. I'm trying to show the public, you know, where I'm trying to go, but at the end of the day, you know, I'm still gonna look like this sometimes. I'm just gonna have a deep ass voice. Lashes. I'm loving my PC. The only issue I've had with it so far is that I cannot seem to get Final Fantasy XIV to freaking download, but I was Googling it, and it seems like I'm not alone in this struggle. This is driving me bananas. I haven't had any other issues. I've been loving ESO on the PC though. It is gorgeous. Already a gorgeous game, but like, oh my god. So freaking pretty. Okay, so I might add a couple of, I think I'll do some rhinestones on the end. I'll just use lash glue to adhere them. And then I think like a bright crystally gloss on my lips. And then I'm gonna go glue my nails on and I'll be back. Alright, so I'm back. Here are my nails. You don't want to look too closely at my cuticles because they're destroyed from the weather and all the things that I do. But yes, I love them. I'm very excited to type on my computer. I actually love typing with nails. I love it. My neighbors were just knocking on my door and twisting my door handle, so I don't appreciate that. Yeah, I wanted to say a couple things. One, when I was talking about my self-harm scars, I'm not like 10 years self-harm free. That's not true at all. I'm actually over a year self-harm free, but the majority of my visible scars are very, very old, especially the ones that people tend to respond strongly to, especially up here. I am over a year self-harm free though, which is really cool. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this makeup look and this general sort of, I just wanted to do some like fun, cute, hyper femme escapism from all the boring blah cargo pant I'm tired at work vibes I've had lately. But I hope you have a beautiful day. I don't know where you can get these ears. I'm so sorry, but I don't know. But I'm really glad I finally did a look with these because my beautiful, beautiful bestie Ophelia got them for me a long time ago, and it's about time I did something. So I hope you have a beautiful day. Bye.